Town, New Orleans. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New Orleans Saints.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
They begin with a run by Miller.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Duggan. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Saints at 9-5 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. A shotgun handoff now to Miller.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. You look at this Baltimore defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Duggan now to throw.
Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Duggan. Completes it to Perry.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Throwing. Duggan.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Miller looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They go play action with Jackson.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Isaiah Foskey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Duggan looking to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure.
And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Saints on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Duggan will look to throw this.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Jackson now.
That's complete, left side to Bateman.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
And that's going to be incomplete.
The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here's Duggan to throw.
Left side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
A.T. Perry.
In the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Jackson.
And that's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Dugan.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Dugan. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, here's Miller. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, Dugan.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Operating from the gun, Dugan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Duggan. Into the hands of Perry, complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
To throw is Duggan. Olave over the middle.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Duggan now to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling them.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Shoves him aside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jackson will throw again.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Miller. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Duggan.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
42. On the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Throwing, Duggan. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Looking to throw. Dugan. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
This is 1st and 10. Jackson. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Jackson.
The 20. Shoves him aside.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Pass caught, Miller.
Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see.
Here's 1st down.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Rocky Sin. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking.